you can cut down on penalties because they are synonymous, as you said, so is too late, with penalties. Raiders, penalties, they just go together. Knock it off. Stop committing penalties, and you will ingratiate yourself with the fan base.
All right, let's talk about a few things in regards to last night's game. We'll move over to the 49ers, too, and talk about what to expect. What's that?
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. In fact, I watched this game, like DVR'd it. I watched the Seattle-San Diego game. I watched all the NFL Network talk about all the games. And before we get into the game itself, one thing that John Gruden brought up, and Gruden, I love John Gruden as a coach, and he's great, and he loves every single player. Like, you can never, ever, he never doesn't like a player.
But no, but when he does that quarterback,
that's good.
He rips guys.
Yeah, that's good. But when he calls a game, everybody's the greatest player ever. But one thing he said last night was really interesting. He made a list of what he called post-lockout football. And it was injuries, it was false starts, it was, all these different things that we're going to see because of post-lockout, timing issues. That's what we saw last night. The preseason usually kind of stinks, but we love football so much that we want to watch it. But last night was post-lockout football. How can you expect to have no OTAs, no practices, Camp Alex things, these rookie free agents come in, and then they've had 5 days of practice, and you want to see crisp football? It's not going to happen.
No, it's definitely.
So when Hugh Jackson says there's too many penalties, well, no kidding. You didn't have an option.
Yeah, of course you're going to have penalties. But again, as you said, Raiders, penalties, synonymous.
Yeah?
It would have been nice for them to have not had that. Just that one thing. That one thing. If there was one thing that you could have avoided last night for the Raiders, a bunch of penalties. Just to not have that to cling to. Because you had all the penalties, you could just say, same old Raiders. Even with a truncated offseason, even with a new regime, even with, everything that's exciting about the Raiders, you still look at it and say, Raiders penalties is still an issue.
All right, John Lund and, of course, Michael Irvin. He's the Giants insider, but always so much more from CSNBayArea.com here in the wheelhouse. Grade the Raiders. Jump on the text line if you're a fan, whether you went to the game or whether you saw the game on TV. What do you think? Taking into consideration, I think you had a lockout, you didn't have a lot of work, it was just 5 days. But grade the Raiders, 95795, 888-957, 957. I gotta be honest with you, okay?
Can I give you a 15-minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
15-second, sketch?
Yeah.
That mark
Jesus
is right
Campbell,
there.
6 for 9, 66 yards. Good.
Yeah, not bad. Which, by the way,
I'm good with that.
we can talk about 50 other items on the Raiders and 50 other items on the 49ers today. It all comes back to the quarterback. It honestly does. He has the ball in his hands every play. The quarterback can make up for a lot of other areas on the team that are bad. Conversely, though, if you got a bunch of areas on the team that are great, but your quarterback stinks, you're not gonna be very good.
66.7% passing completion and 11 yards per catch. I'm fine with that. Good job, first game.
As far as, there was a couple of things that stood out from a negative standpoint, and I liked him, he was fine. DHB was actually good, they ran the ball okay, I was concerned about the O-line. Defensively though, there's 10, 11 starters returning, but the cornerback position is a problem. Stanford Route didn't play long enough for us to have an opinion on him. And the one long play that went to Fitzgerald was the Van Dyke kid out of Miami, DVD they call him.
Right.
And who's not going to get, he made a one-handed catch. He's the best maybe of all time of going up in the air and catching a ball at high point.
Fitzgerald?
Yeah. So, the kid didn't look very good, but he was going against Larry Fitzgerald. So I'm going to give him a bit of a break.
Absolutely.
But then they had the other McFadden kid, not Darren McFadden. He's hurt. McFadden, the corner, he had a couple of, Walter McFadden had a couple of pass interference penalties, so that didn't look good. So defensively,